Okay, breaking the wall. Good. I don't like this position that you're taking here for a lot of reasons.
I think I'm
And
inspecting the portal.
well, this was you put yourself here before the portal came through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Preferably, I like my mag players to play forward. So either
Yep.
it's usually here, as an
Mm.
off angler. The reason
Yep.
why this positioning is particularly poor, in my opinion, is that it doesn't allow you um, to act as a wall for this choke,
Mm,
and then
yeah.
you also cannot make use of your abilities from here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Too
were
far
here
away.
from if you were here from the get go, I think I didn't really see what happened, but these guys essentially get run down because they have
Yep.
infinite ammo, and then you have a Groot who I'm not even sure where the Groot is. Groot's here.
He's a bit of that wall you were talking about, but he has to give it up, I figure. Oh, wow.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, if I was there, that would have made a difference.
So you being there, unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to use your bubble, and also doesn't allow you to help them in any way, shape, or form. But
Hmm.
them
Like
getting hooked
shielding
is
the hook.
not, yeah, is not a problem. So if you were here to begin with, and then you hear the portal, okay, it's okay to go back up here. You get here, you investigate what's happening here. Oh, okay, it's only just two tanks that went through because I think that's what happened with this portal.
Yeah,
Only two
weird
tanks went
portal.
through. That's no longer your concern. You don't care about that. You go straight to here. You let this guy do whatever he wants.
Hmm.
Um, that is no longer for you to match. I mean, he's not even doing anything really. Like,
Yeah. We.
realistically,
Hmm.
he's just gonna get on point, and then at
Hmm.
this point, it is either your job or the group to match. Obviously,
Hmm.
my cursor is just weird. Oh, I ran out of battery. That's why
Okay.
I just ran out of mass battery. Okay.
Yep, I hear you. So I was really not in a position to support my team, but being up there, and then we get punished because of what happened. Maine, which is where the real threat was.
That is correct. It still might not have made a difference if you were like here, but it's better to be there than not be there.
Yeah, yeah, I can
Defend
definitely see
tunnel.
the missed plays.
And this is a Celestial 3 game, correct?
Something like that, yeah. Oh no, I don't think I heard that, but I should definitely have blocked that.
Okay. So coming out of spawn here,
Yep,
your primary objective is to break this wall here, right here.
yep,
So they do
done.
it for you. Um, and then you need to get this space. Unfortunately, your team and yourself were a little too slow in doing so. Um,
Okay.
but that's your primary objective. You don't want to give up. You don't want to give this
Mm-hmm.
room up. This team doesn't even take it. They all just run main except the penny
Yep, yep.
because the penny just puts mines down here. I assume.
Yeah, and when she gets there, she's not gonna give it back.
Yep. Especially when they have a penny. Yeah. But
Yeah,
here,
okay.
if you're not going to take height and you're going to play exactly where you're playing,
Yep.
you are exposing yourself way too much because the
Mm.
goal of this guy is to do exactly that. He just hides behind the
Agree.
wall and then he loads up his hook
Hmm.
and then he throws it on you before you have time to react. I still think you had time
Hmm.
to react. So if you're going to play
Oh yeah, I
this
did.
forward, you need to keep in mind that you need to be able to press either Shift or F, preferably F. Um, like you need to have your finger on it essentially if you're going to play this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But realistically, you can just play around this corner, just
Mm-hmm.
jiggle, and then you just shoot them without getting the
Mm.
threat of a hook.
Got it.
Using your bubble first is better because they can't break it uh, before the hook goes through. So it just blocks it entirely. They have infinite ammo, so you want to keep your shift as much as possible.
Gotcha, gotcha. But yeah, I mismanaged my cooldowns. I'm just kind of too slow, and I'm gonna get punished. All right, so yeah, that was mostly positioning. We just didn't take like the space that was available. Oh, I'm back. Okay.
So you respawned already. Nice.
Oh, I need
This
help
guy's
him.
way too forward. So it looks to me like
Where can we hold here? What do we need to do?
So while this guy's way out of position, unfortunately, you guys needed to be playing around here. So you're strange in the ideal scenario. He's right here with you
Hmm.
because the problem with doing that is now he's getting killed. Your team has to look there.
Hmm.
Your healers have to look there as well. And now he's getting hooked. On top of that, he's getting ulted, and now he comes back. So we just invested a lot of resources into there. One of which is the bubble. Unfortunately, that means you can essentially no longer play here.
Mm,
But I
yeah.
still disagree with how the positioning is for you here.
Hmm.
Because this Bucky is essentially frontlining
Yeah.
for a good portion of that moment. If
Mm,
we just
yeah,
look
it could be
through,
where he is.
you're basically not in the picture for him.
Yeah.
Well, both of his tanks aren't. So you see what I mean? You're kind of just playing too flat.
Hmm.
He just saw you like faintly right there. So you should be playing where the Bucky is. Um, and then in an ideal scenario, your Strange should be here with you as well.
Yeah.
So now you have to expend that resource because he's completely out of position. You're also out of position. So you guys
Hmm.
are not able
Get
to
out, get
even
out,
fight
get
back
out.
really.
Now we're together. But lose Bucky in the process because of position, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of things. Like this is what started all. The problem with this positioning here is that it achieves nothing. The reason why it achieves nothing is because they're not even playing here. The cart isn't even here. So being here just makes zero sense. I mean, he could play here if he wanted to, but I still think here was way better. You just wait until the card gets to around here. You play around here somewhere. Um,
Okay, so if we hold main, that top position isn't really important.
um, it really depends on the team that they have. You
Ah,
have to
okay.
look at it from that perspective. Is that they have a Bucky and a Punisher with infinite ammo, so it's a front to back. You're not worried about
Yeah.
flanking. If they flank with Punisher and Bucky, like right here, I mean, you just run their team down realistically. Because now they have no DPS. They have a penny on the board, like and a raccoon who's going to be following them. So they only have one
Hmm.
healer, and then they have a penny, which is easily killable for this team, especially because we have infinite ammo and a squirrel girl. So like it's a lot of damage output.
Hmm.
But you wouldn't see that happening. I don't ever see a world in which they have Bucky, Punisher, and Rocket like flanking here,
Yeah.
or even here.
They're probably just playing front to back, and we need to be able to match that because we can put so much pressure down main.
Yep. So we lose this fight. Okay, it all started with, like I said, the strange between the major catalyst here. You missed the health pack there,
Oh no.
which I thought was
That's
a little
gonna
silly.
might bite me in the butt.
You
Can I
do
get the health
actually
back now?
live. No,
Whoa.
you go around. You do actually live, but missing the health pack there, a little blunder.
A little bit. What an adventure. Oh my goodness. Alright, we gotta clear this penny out.
Very good ult here by you.
Yep.
Uh,
He just got smacked.
okay, now the cart is here. Your
Hmm.
goal now is this room. It is
Yep,
this
yep,
room
yep.
exactly. You just break this wall. You break that wall. You play around here, or even in the room, like slightly in the room, like here. Unfortunately, there's still the threat of the hook. If it goes through, you guys just lose this point. So realistically, we want to play around here the most. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so your team does actually recognize that. Um,
Move far up. Looks like we're trying to make a play there.
Playing in a room is not bad. We just have to be mindful of the hook, is all. So you guys get all these skills. Okay, so this guy
Nice
gets
big
hooked.
hook. It was
Okay,
strange ult too. Looks like we're saving that. I think at this point I'm probably calming that we need to like look to get a strange ult and then like have that flank and I'll bubble him.
okay.
So I figure we don't have any ults, that's the way we can win.
So right here, it's very minor, um,
Hmm.
but it's a good habit to pick up on. So we just see that the raccoon and Punisher died. In
Yep.
your head, you should instinctively be thinking about holding W without much of a
Yep.
care or thought in the world, because their kill potential just went down like a lot. And
Ah, yeah.
there's nothing on this enemy team that can kill you if you just hold W.
Yep.
Like
And block the hook
I
like I
don't
did.
actually yeah, I don't actually think you have to use any of your abilities either,
Oh,
because
okay.
there's just no threat of dying at the point where both of these guys are dead.
Gotcha. Wait.
So
Oh, they must be TPing. Okay.
you still got those skills regardless, but good habit to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good off angle for you. That's exactly where I want you to be. Nice. Very good bubble. That was actually a 2-in-1. Wow, I'm impressed. You bubbled the Luna and you shielded yourself. See that.
Yeah, this is me my best moments as Mag. Let's go.
That's
Whew.
very impressive.
Yeah,
That's very
usually I bubble the teammate and I lose myself in the process. I got the shield up in time. It's good. Alright, we should be pushing. Oh, it's kind of like you mentioned. All their damage is down.
yeah. So right
Punisher
here,
died
another.
early.
Hold up, my phone is ringing.
All good.
I just turned it off. Okay. So right here is another like key moment where holding W is a good idea. So this Strange is on life support. So is their Bucky. You already killed. I lied. You didn't kill. You guys are down. Um, but right here with Hollow, these health pools are, especially with the
Rocket's
raccoon dead.
dead. Punisher's dead.
Yeah. And now someone just died to this. So like you have the scroll going off. This guy's frontlining. Uh, HP pools are low. She's gonna have to worry about this, about dodging this, unfortunately. So she can't just like look at this permanently. If I
Mm-hmm.
had to guess, she diverts her attention to the scroll. See where it actually is or are. Sorry. Oh no, she doesn't. And just does it. Okay. So that's even better. So in this scenario, for instance, like I said, holding W, we have two low health pools. You just want
Yeah,
to get these kills. So I see you holding S, like right here, for instance. Um,
gotcha.
you just run it
Yeah,
in, and then you
yeah.
pressure a kill on the back line. Preferably, you pressure a kill on whoever's lowest. I think they got healed in a specific moment. So like the Bucky and yeah. So you pressure whoever's lowest. In this instance, that is Bucky. Good. And now if the Luna was alive, that'd be your next target, and then the Strange.
Hmm.
But if both Strange and Bucky are full HP, you would be trying to kill the Luna because she has to worry about the scrolls, and then you,
Yep, yep.
and they just can't kill you. It's impossible.
A big block of metal. No one can kill me. At least whenever the Punisher infinite ammo is out of the picture.
All right, this guy's feet. So see, this is exactly what I mean. I don't think you let go of the W key here, more or less.
Yeah,
But that was way better. That's what I want to see. This guy instantly dies, and then you're thinking in your head, I'm going in.
yeah.
Um, unfortunately, the bubble not coming through here. It should have come through like right here.
Yeah, I should have.
He lost half his HP in basically like 0.5 second. There's
Mm,
You don't
yeah,
always have those moments where you can bubble when someone is 1 HP. So that was a moment where you should have bubbled at half HP
yeah,
because now losing him, it doesn't allow you to get those kills anymore.
yeah. I think
So both,
I don't recognize how much damage he's about to take. 'Cause he's right in front of a Punisher.
yep. Again, it's a Punisher, Bucky, and a Raccoon. So we need to be respecting how much damage goes through here. He essentially just dies. But again, another thing is you should have been with him there. He didn't need to die.
Pushing further. Got it.
Yeah, if you were just like literally on him like this, you could be threatening to kill the Luna, for instance. You could be threatening to kill this Raccoon, which is the very target, but it is possible. But you being
Got
kind
it.
of more in the back uh, cost him his life, and then not bubbling also cost him his life.
Yeah.
You could have also been ulting here for tempo, honestly. It wouldn't have been a bad idea. Just get
Gotcha.
these kills, get these staggers.
All right, so the cars are ruled back a lot. I'm kind of curious where you'd suggest we hold, like top room or main. Why?
Right here, where you are is the perfect positioning. The reason why that is because you don't want to give up this room because now they can flank. The reason why now they can flank is because this card is right here. So if they sent a Rocket Punisher Bucky right here, um, do they have LOS? No, but they could drop.
Hmm.
This is all broken, which is odd. But essentially, if you guys weren't playing here, what this allows them to do is they can just walk here with Punisher, Bucky, and Rocket, and now it's a well, if you're not playing here, then you're playing low ground, and if they get to this position, it's over. You lose.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
gonna be
you
so
playing
hard
here
to get him
has
off of there.
yeah, you guys playing here has the and this is where I want the tank too, actually. Squirrel Girl, not so much. I don't think she should be here. But you being here has
Yeah.
two effects. It stops them from getting here, but you can also off angle to here. So you have
Hmm.
eyes on the two immediate uh, places they could be at,
Hmm.
and you can react accordingly to either or. Fortunately, it looks like we're quite know what happened there with your team. Don't know how we lost so fast. I guess we had maybe
Yeah. Looks like some people might have overextended. Rocket
yeah,
goes in.
yeah.
Strange
Rocket
goes
was
in.
just dead in the room for some reason.
Yeah. Right, counter ult.
This ult is it's not bad, but it's not good. I don't think it was needed personally because these guys kind of stalled themselves regardless right here. So right here should have been a moment where you actually use it because unfortunately
Hmm.
now they have that and they have Punisher. So you killed it. You could have killed at least the
Got
Punisher
it.
if you had just kept it because again they didn't even push the cart off of them getting two kills. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's not even because you tried to even out the numbers by killing Bucky with your ult. It's just because they were so I don't know they were just not doing the right thing. So you lose this fight because of um well again it's not entirely on you, but you could have kept the mag ult for either the Punisher, preferably the Punisher. Obviously, he's just so easy to kill, or
Hmm.
Luna.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Okay, so let's see. We have okay. So here we should be holding as close as possible. I don't think your team realizes that, unfortunately. Um, but the best
Yeah, we
way.
have people coming back from spawns too.
Oh, okay. They should have walked with you. You did the right call here by walking here. The goal here is now to hold right here
Yeah,
because this forces two or more fights. Realistically, you build ults. You
yeah,
hold here as long as possible. You build ults. Your Luna is 28, so she needs it. Uh, and then like if you had a hold right here on this choke, you'd be able to build all of these. And now the second fight becomes a lot easier for you guys. You force them to expend their resources as well if they want to get you guys off this spot right here. But
yeah.
this is way too much space that they have now
Mm.
because your team elected to go back to that spawn instead
Hmm.
of just walking.
At this
Okay, so
point, I think I'm telling my squirrel girl we gotta use squirrel girl ult and walk. It's a little late though.
it's a little too late. Yep. I like what you do here. I mean, this fight's over regardless. You're gonna stall the cart. Nice. Oh wait, is it over? Oh, I guess they lose.
Yeah, the squirrel girl ult ends up getting two, so it evened it
Okay.
out.
Okay, so now the cart is in a really good place,
Yeah, that's
but you're not getting healed. Why are you not getting healed? Why are you not getting healed? This is the actual perfect spot to hold, and we're not getting healed. Wasted lamps, but it's whatever. Ah, I see now. This is
Oh,
yeah, this is what I don't like to see. Like shooting this guy is not this guy's main concern. You're trying to hold him right here, so he should be having eyes on you
gotcha.
at all times. So that's not your
Yeah,
fault. It's not anyone's fault but hers. I do like this ult. I still think it was unnecessary. You got two with it and won the fight, but um the next fight, however, they have Luna ult and they're coming up on Star-Lord, which is
yep,
what they kill you with. So you using the Luna should be enough to wipe the fight. But you guys both utilizing your main resource
here
allows
we
them
have
to win the fight.
nothing.
Yep, you
Yeah.
guys literally have nothing. I mean, you have one Loki ult, but this guy's gonna do it a little too early.
Mm.
Um,
Also, how about can you like walk it back and talk to me about my positioning? Because I think I'm further back than where you said we should be holding.
right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so realistically, holding here is not a bad idea. If you did actually hold here, you would have died because we saw that the Luna wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
So if you're planning to hold here, which again is not a bad idea, I don't think the enemy is even smart enough to just go around here. To be honest with you, so holding here is not a bad idea. However, I think it needs to be expressed that this is your intent because again, the Luna just did not understand the assignment, and I don't think this guy did either.
Gotcha.
This guy is yep. So it doesn't look like you have an actual like co-tank. It looks like you're the only one tanking on this team because this guy's trying to kill a Star-Lord. So that is why you go back to, or not go back, but that's why you go down to like very little HP, is because your tank just wasn't here, so they were all shooting you, and then you are also not getting healed because the Luna wasn't looking at you. She
Gotcha.
decided to shoot a Star-Lord, but the positioning was fine.
So I just gotta calm to my team more. Tell them where I'm holding and I need help.
In this elo specifically, a lot of people just don't understand these very specific things about the game. So
Yeah.
yes, you calming your intent to hold close uh, would have helped this team tremendously. Yes. And now this guy copies too early, like I said. So now all they have to do is just wait this out. They don't even have to do anything. They could just sit on this
Yeah.
and then this guy
Yeah.
just started ults for free.
We don't have anything. We're done.
Okay, you tried. So having the mag ult here, again, would have been very helpful. It would have basically made it a winnable fight because if you had your ult, then he has his ult. It's a 1-to-1, but you're canceling out the big one that kills your entire team. So then you're able to stabilize, and now it's a dry fight, which can go either way. But realistically, with the team comp that they have, I mean, they have a raccoon healing, for instance, whereas you have a Loki and Luna. Like I see this fight going your way. So there was a way you could have stopped them from getting third point. Um,
Sure,
with all that.
sure, sure. Just being a bit more patient with my rocks and keeping in mind I got a counter so you can win a fight. That really matters.
Okay, this is the half I did not watch. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we TP. And I'm hoping we TP on the absolute height, the proper one.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I told him.
That's exactly where I want to TP. Nice. Okay. Whoa. That can't be right.
Hmm.
This guy dying to a Starlord from that range when you have two healers sitting right next to you. I guess the healers are asleep or something. Okay. There's a lot to take in here. First off, this Strange is on his own mission. Like I said, I don't actually think you have a co-tank. I think this guy wants to play DPS, but unfortunately he wants to have two tanks on the team, so he elected to play one. Um,
Yep. You summed it up perfectly.
there's still a chance to win this fight. You just let this guy die. He's just trolling. I would have liked you personally to walk here and command space because that's what they want to hold. I'm pretty sure you still win the fight, but commanding space here, it does two things. It stops them from playing here, which is a big thing. The second thing is that your healers are able to get ult charge from you just
Gotcha.
trying to get the space, which is the goal. The goal here is to get um, your support ults as soon as possible because whoever gets it first, they win the point, realistically.
I
But
think
you
in my
elected
mind, I see that like that space looks too hard to take. I'm just gonna rotate and hop strange.
oh, you don't have to worry. When they're playing when they're playing what they're playing here, like realistically,
Mhm.
on this height, they only have a mag and Starlord. They cannot kill you. It's impossible.
Got it. Got it.
Even
Yeah,
if
if
Penny
my
was here,
healer's looking at me, I'm okay.
okay, even if their Penny was here with the Mantis, they still can't kill you. They
Hmm.
just don't have enough damage
Gotcha.
because you're playing mag, which is the safest tank to play, and then you have a Luna and Raccoon right behind you. So realistically, I don't see a world in which you die because you can just fall back down the hallway and hold shift, and they can't do anything to you anymore.
Hmm.
But you're still getting healed. So I would have liked you to take the space. It would have also allowed you to
Gotta
take an
reset.
off.
Yeah.
It also would have allowed you to take off to take a an off angle and just shoot down on
Hmm.
them. And then it would have also
Yeah.
provided a safe place for your supports to play at
Yeah.
with you playing up there.
Got it.
So it's like a domino effect. Just making that decision, you take that space away from them, you get it for yourself. Now you have this off angle, you can just rain down on point, and then your supports can play around you on a safe location.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I just kind of gave it to him. Oh, too late.
This guy built ult very fast. Car. Well,
Looks like my strange finally swapped to DPS.
just off this first push, this game's over.
Mm.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know how to play tank. I don't think he's a tank player. So you guys essentially wasted. I mean, from here to there. So just to give you an idea of why you needed to take that space ASAP, is that you went from uh, let's just say you got here at like 345 to here, and now they just
Hmm.
wiped you with their ultimate. So
Yeah.
you almost wasted 2 minutes for no reason.
Hmm. Hmm.
And now you guys essentially have, I would say, two fights left, barely, depending on how the first one goes. Okay. In this instance, it's very minor, but when this is happening right here,
Hmm.
when they're ulting like this, and you're playing mag, you're not killing them. Okay, you already have your ult, so building ult charge is off the table as
Hmm.
well. There's no point shooting them. You should just shoot the mines because then
Gotcha.
your team can walk on the point without getting blown up to bits.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because let's see, I don't think anyone breaks them from this moment on. Oh no, they're broken, or she replaced them. You should be looking for an ult here. I know there's nothing to block, but this fight needs to end.
Hmm.
Like this is now a dry fight. You still have an ult, so this fight is very much winnable.
Hmm. The main
The
concern I have about ulting now is that they're all in that little room. I gotta have them. Oh, I guess I get it. Okay.
so
Yeah,
like
ulting earlier could have made this more clean. I see.
and even if you don't kill anyone with it, it basically forces them back. So again, you take the space a little more. Like if you ult like
Mm.
let's say right here for instance, this guy's having his own fight. If you ult right here, this Mantis is just dead. There's no way this Mantis gets into arcade without you killing her with the ball.
Yeah.
And it also has the effect of this guy is now looking for her,
Hmm.
and if she's trying to back off here, he's also trying to do the same. Unless he has bubble. Let's see. Does he have it? He does have it.
Okay.
Okay.
But I could be ulting to take space. I can see that.
You can, and it's still like I still think the Mantis does not get inside of arcade if you ult here. Even with the bubble, you just wait it out. It doesn't last very long. It's like 2 seconds, barely.
Hmm.
Like so, for instance, if that was the case where and this is just hindsight now, um, so like the optimal ultimate would have been right here. The reason why it's right here is because she's going to toss herself into the corner whilst taking damage, and then you're already charging it up, so you can just throw it here or wait. And if you wait for the bubble, then she can't get here in 2 seconds.
Yep. And you get that kill on Mantis, and this goes so much more quickly.
So yeah, when there's long fights like this happening and everyone's used their ults and you still have one, you should try and use it for tempo, either to gain space or to kill somebody and end the fight as quickly as possible. Because now you lose a fight.
Hmm.
Was it your fault exactly? Mm, I wouldn't say so. It's a team effort, but there was something you could have done to turn this into your favor.
Hmm.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
And this is exactly why I wanted you to ult for tempo. Is because now this
Mm.
last fight is just over because he has ult. Whereas if you got this point earlier, he still would have had it, but you would have capped. Is what I'm saying. So like it wouldn't have mattered. You still would have had time to push him farther.
Yep.
So now you only get one fight because you held your ultimate.
Yeah, we're done here.
I don't know about this angle here. You should have just been down main with your team.
Mm.
And if you need to get healed, so like right here, you should have backed off like right there. You just get healed. Don't go here. You break your own line of sight here
Yeah, I
because
do.
they have Luna ultimate on points. Your healers are forced to hold the S key
God. Mm.
because it's a threat to just walk down on this Luna. This Luna is completely out of position, so she should die realistically. But they don't even walk with it because they're so scared about the point.
Mm.
It's a mistake I see a lot with the point and the cart. Is that people
Yeah,
just sit
people
on.
just not taking space when they could. Yeah, I see. Okay. Oh, jeez.
And now it's over. Okay. So there were quite a few things that could have swung this game in your favor. But this loss is a collective effort. I don't think you, like I said, I don't think you had a second tank, unfortunately. But it is what it is.
It
Did you want to
is
watch the
and
second
it
game?
is. What was that again?
Did you want to watch the
Yeah,
second game?
yep,
Okay.
for sure.
And this is also a loss. You played Venom. Strange Venom?
Just for a last second. I must have put strange.
Wait, I know this guy. He literally just applied for my team.
That's crazy. Let's see this Adam.
He literally just applied for my team an hour ago. I still have the form on my other monitor. I see his name on the form.
That's so cool.
Perfect.
All
All right.
right.
What do we got? We got Strange, Portaling Height. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah,
Team
we're
Z.
playing some
Nice.
kind of like triple tank bro comp here. I saw there's an Iron Fist player, and I was like, how do we make this work?
I can already tell you that this is not optimal. I don't know if you're queued with anybody here. Maybe this guy,
I'm kid
because I've
with
seen him play.
Dai and Yaksha. Yaksha was also the strange in the last game, and like he's been talking about this for a while. You noticed it. That dude does not want to be playing tank. I think he wants to play DPS. He's been like
Yeah.
playing tank on my team. It's been crazy.
Okay. When you run triple tank, and this is why I looked at the scoreboard to see if Loki was banned.
Gotcha.
Loki is a much better pick than this guy.
Hmm.
The reason being he heals. He so like if you guys are brawling, let's just say you were all grouped up here brawling with your tanks. Loki heals all of that without any
Yeah.
effort whatsoever.
Yeah.
And there's also the added effect of the lamp. So the lamp in this comp specifically is just a better soul bond. And then he gets his ult very quickly. He's actually the support that gets hit the fastest now. That cloak is nerfed. I could be wrong. So Loki is
Hmm.
just a completely better pick than Adam here. So
Gotcha.
if this
Gotcha.
was the intent, you should have calmed. Loki is better for triple tank. The reason
Got
being, again, lamp is just a
sustain.
better soul bond. He gets his ult really quickly because we have triple tank with low effort as well. And then, um, yup. All right, let's see.
Nice. So I go for Adam here. I'm not sure if this was the right play, but I wanted to kill the healer.
Now, I mean, it is a good play, yes. Um, Especially because he's low HP here. You don't care about anyone but this guy right now. They lose the fight regardless. Regardless of who you pick here, they lose the fight. But just
Hmm.
singling out the healer just makes it so that it goes from a 99.9% chance to 100 because this guy has
Gotcha.
to fend for his life and he can't look for his teammates anymore. But see what I mean? Like having a Loki here. Now just imagine a Loki. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just imagine,
literally.
just imagining a Loki running it down with you guys here.
Yeah, just
This
healing
guy gets topped
everyone at
off.
once.
This guy gets topped off. The thing gets topped off. The
What
the
is
Thor gets topped off.
happening?
Like everyone gets topped off here.
Yeah.
Like look at the health pools. And this is an Adam, by the way. He already has 50%. I'm pretty positive this Loki is at like 80 right now. If that was the probably more actually. If that was the pick. I don't want to see a triple tank comp holding point.
Hmm.
You guys should be holding forward.
Agreed.
Okay, so that's your next objective. Nice. You take the space away from them. Immediately you have triple tank. You brawl. That is the goal. Okay, perfect.
Invis, looking for Invis.
Okay. They do have a good comp for oh actually where did they start on triple tank? I didn't even see.
I
They
think
might
they
have
did. Yeah. Started on
okay.
triple tank with Starlight. It's
Interesting.
pretty much a mirror comp. Not exactly, but close. I think I'm looking for combo. Yeah.
Oh, this side's over. I mean now we're cooking with some heat around here.
Yep.
Oh
There's just
damn.
no chance. Poor guys didn't have ult yet.
That's what I like to see. I think a lot of people would tell you that this is like that this ult specifically from you is overdone and it's not needed. But I fuck with it, bro. This is a
No one's
temple
getting
ult.
out.
Yeah, this is a temple ult. It just like I said, now at this point where now they're all dead because of the eye, they might have had a chance to live. I don't know who you picked off there with it, but it was a 3-man at the very least. Now they only have one fight essentially. And now you're building your ults. You got it out of the way ASAP for tempo. You kill them
Mm,
with it.
yeah, yeah.
Now they only have one fight. You're building it again for another fight. So you essentially with the usage of these ultimates right here, it basically means that this point right here is unlosable no matter what because you guys are in the process of building your
We can
ultimates
match
again.
ults. Uh, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I think we're banking on is Atom Res, because what?
What the fuck?
Wait, you gotta bleep out his name. You don't want to remember that. Oh, that was a bad res.
I mean, yeah, there was a world in which the Atom just hides, and because that's what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna come back to point. They're gonna use everything because it's the last fight. They have to use everything. This guy just
Yeah.
hides. He reses. You guys come back, and now you have resources that they don't. So like the Thor ult, for instance. And then we're coming up
Hmm.
on Thing ult. This was very winnable without them touching the point at all.
Mm,
Okay,
that's
Argus
unfortunate.
is dead for some reason. So here, I do like what's happening here. We have someone that just died instantly. We force a dry fight. Just get resources out. Just build our ults up. I don't think your team was on the same page because it
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
not sure.
you were like left for dead over there. But that should have been the play. Is that okay? We have a man down. Realistically, we're not going to back down because why would we do that? Just force a dry fight, build resources,
Hmm.
our ults, namely, and just try to get something done. Like it's still possible to win a 5v6 in this scenario because again, you have
Hmm.
the Thor ult, you have this, so you could have made them maybe expand either invis or well, yeah, just this basically. This should never be your pathing.
Mm, yeah.
Um, so basically, even if they're all playing on point, there is no reason for you to go there. You should always go on height on this map specifically
Gotcha, gotcha.
because
Why
that's
do
where
we
they're
need
all
to take it
playing.
from him?
But also, yeah, now your Thor is just dead.
Mm.
Because again, this is a brawl comp, so you not being there to brawl is not optimal.
Yep, I kinda tossed it. So one here is unfortunate. Yeah, we're not gonna kill anything.
Do you actually lose this point?
Probably.
You do.
Yeah.
You should have kept that ultimate.
Mm. Yeah, I could have TP'd back with it.
Yeah, there was no reason to use this ultimate because yeah, you have TP and you still have a fight left. I think a good rule of thumb to keep in mind is that if two of your teammates die nearly instantly, which is what happened here, then you basically just go next in your head.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So like if you
Yeah.
see the kill feed happen, so that wasn't even two, sorry, it was three. So this guy died instantly, so you already know this fight is like more or less winnable. So the eye is still good to use here. But now this guy
Get
dies,
it. Ooh,
so it
probably
went
didn't see
from
that. Yeah.
so
No, it's
now
not winnable, really.
this fight went from winnable to not really, and then this guy dies. So now this fight's over. There's no salvaging it. Even if you kill the invis here, you kill the Atom, you still lose because you have a triple tank in your face with no healers.
Sure.
There's just no way to salvage that. Now you have TP. You're not gonna make it, unfortunately. So again, because you elected to use this ultimate instead of just dying, you don't actually have time to touch. Oh, you do. Someone touched for you. Nice. Uh, oh, the prime eye. I see it. You could have just dropped on point and use all of them and kill them. Yep.
Oh, yep.
I like this from you. Unfortunately, it's we just don't have the resources to deal with
Mm.
this point right now. Okay, good
Oh,
res.
there it is. Okay.
That is
Notable.
good res. C9?
Oh, what?
C9?
Oh no. We had two tanks. That's crazy.
C9 of the highest order. Damn. So here you
Yeah.
have two options on this map specifically. I like to
Mhm.
TP on Dom, so this is just like
Yeah, me
knowledge.
too.
On Dom
But don't have
specifically.
it.
Oh yeah, you don't have it. That's right. So just go up in that case.
Got it.
Again, you still want height. Because if you go here and they match, then they're playing right into your hand, which realistically is what they want to do because they're
Bro.
matching as well.
Yeah.
So they want to brawl, you want to brawl. You go here, and if they meet you here, you brawl. And if they don't meet you here and they're down here, you drop down on point and you brawl. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Like
Alright,
they don't
so
actually
huh?
get there. They don't
If
they don't
we're
really
height and they're not height, then how come do we drop?
um what's up, say again? Sorry.
Okay, so like picture like we freeze it now. Say red team, our team is up top
Yeah.
and their team is not top. So then how come we need to drop?
You don't. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. Is that I was only saying you can drop on point to brawl at the point.
mm,
I wasn't saying
got
you
it.
do it immediately. You can stay up
Got it.
there as long as you want. You just build resources, and then you drop when the point unlocks and you need to match,
Mm-hmm.
and then you force a brawl.
Got it. Got it. Yeah,
Because
we can
again,
stay up there and build ults possibly.
yeah. But now you guys would like to take a dry fight. Probably works in your favor. Okay, this guy could have saved them.
Mhm.
He tried a little too late. Okay. So okay, best case scenario is you win that dry fight right here, which is what happened. But if you were on height, you would have been able to build this. You would have been able to build this. You would have been able to build yours. And then
Yeah.
you just take a fight. They probably expend this resource for sure when the point unlocks.
And so here, where would you think we ought to hold?
With this comp specifically, I do actually like what I'm seeing
Okay. Yeah. We have them in like
because
two tight chokes.
because you guys are all playing like you're holding every possible angle that they can come from.
Yeah.
Um, Preferably, I would have the Thor here. It's then that's just like min maxing at this point. The Thor here because he can push them into your team. You're playing here for and then the thing is playing here. The thing can just press E on you. You can shield him. The Thor likewise can push an enemy into your team, and if he goes low on HP, you can shield him from everything that's happening. So you should win
Yeah.
here. Thing over here. Thor here. But that's just min max. But I do like what I'm seeing here because again, we're covering every possible angle they can come from. And then we have ults anyways, so we can force a fight here. So everything that is occurring here is just stalling the point. Like you're not
They
letting
just
get
run right
in on
through.
the point. Oh, they run right through. Yeah, that was a little too forward from the invis. I think she forgot that the enemy can just walk through, so it should have been placed like right here, for instance. So you guys have some leverage to go back on point and play around here instead.
Yeah.
But now they just walk through. They kill her because she can't. I don't. She doesn't want to play in it. I guess she could have. I mean,
Got
if
it.
if they go to point and she's trying to stop them from going there, that's not gonna happen, and that's not even her job. If they're going to point to try and like get through all this bullshit that's happening here, it's the tank's job to match.
Yeah.
Um, but the ult was just poor, in general. So we are at a severe disadvantage if we just go back to point. That was just a good play by them to do that.
hmm Could
All
be a
right, so you
fat
have
ult here.
yeah, you have You need to be looking for it ASAP. This is where you should again have gone height. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
guys are all
yeah.
capable of doing this. Yeah,
Would be easier to get my ult from there for sure. And we're playing into their comp right now because they just want to hold this choke and wall us off.
because the thing about defense is that if they only have to look a singular direction, which you guys are all here now, it makes it very easy for them to defend.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this guy's gonna do fuck all against their supports. This guy can heal himself instantly. Like this guy does not have the damage to be doing this right now. I mean, he shouldn't even be playing it, but it's whatever. He probably thinks that, oh, Iron Fist counters tanks. They're running triple tank. That's not how this works. This guy only gets kill threat, the Iron Fist, when
Whoa.
people are dead. That's a big eye. You got that. You got that off with 3 HP, but like I said, if you were height and the
Hmm.
entire enemy team is looking down main, it's a free eye for you, right?
Yeah, that's
Because from there, um, from where you were down main, it's really hard to get an eye off because there's this stupid ledge up here that you can't even
hmm
fucking shift over.
Yep. Everyone's looking at me too.
Yeah, everyone's looking at you. There's just no way you can get that off, regardless. Did these guys try to back off or what?
I don't know. I really believe it's winnable. Field church.
I mean, these guys should have just been fighting on point. They have no healers, no nothing. We already have the point anyways, so it's not. They're not stalling. They're just trying to build their ult as much as possible. There's no need to hold the S key here. They're effectively like semi-staggering themselves doing that. Okay, so now I expect them to
Oh,
just run it in. They literally have so many resources.
yep. Oh my God. I feel like I can't play the game.
Oh wait, no, they did have point. Sorry, I was looking at blue. No, they did have point that whole time. They should have
Yeah,
just
yeah.
died on point. I don't know why these guys backed off here. That's even worse. I do like what I saw here, from you especially. So they have shown that after losing a fight, when they have ults, and we should keep. Oh, sorry. We should keep that in mind that they probably have ults here.
Yeah.
Their goal is to just run it in
Yep.
and just kill you guys as fast as possible. So you putting yourself here, it effectively stops this Groot ult from coming through as much as he wants to do it because he has a shield in his face. I mean, realistically, he can throw it right here. He's probably not looking at that. It stops incoming damage from all these guys, and then at the same time, you're stalling them. So you're this positioning right here, and I wish your tanks picked up on that. There's someone that's not here, Thor. This positioning from you is stellar. This thing should also have been somewhere around here, and Thor should also be
Yeah, on
somewhere
that
around
left
here.
side would have been really nice.
You guys, with this position right here, it just makes them uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't do what they want to do, which is hold W. If they hold W, you match, you just follow them, because they want to ult with the Groot as soon as possible. But you being here prevents that, all three of you. And then you can also brawl here if need, which you will be, obviously. Um, and it also allows us to build our support ults by doing this.
hmm So
Uh,
they have the oaths they have are so strong that we might have to just take a dry fight here and like try to
yeah,
TP back.
that's the goal. We just take a draft out here. We just hold them in this choke. Now, them getting past this is how you lose this fight.
Hmm.
Like, but there was a way you could prevent them from like actually walking, but your tanks did not understand the assignment. But that's okay.
Figure
So
this is a
here,
TP to height.
yeah, you have to use TP here. No time.
Whoa. Aggro TP. Okay. I think that's no time. Just want to get to point.
I don't disagree with the CP.
Yeah, that gives us a good angle. Bam.
It's huge.
Didn't have my E though. Used it early.
Yeah, you
I
did
think I
have it.
used my E to get my ult, which probably didn't end up being a good idea.
It definitely wasn't a good idea, but
Tiff. Res?
huge res.
Yes.
I was expecting that to go through. Yeah, you should have saved the E. Always when you're close to having ult, always save the E for kill potential because
Gotcha.
you can kill anyone, any squishy that um is support ulting unless it's Luna. You can
Yeah.
still kill Luna, but it requires the people to actually like shoot her. But what I
Hmm.
mean is that you can kill Invis through her ult. You can kill low-key copying Invis. You can also kill Mantis, assuming she
Yep.
doesn't have shield anymore.
Yeah, and I could totally swim a fight, like right there. We wouldn't have needed to use the res probably.
So again, the goal here should have been to hold him in that specific space because this guy's coming back with ult. This guy's actually very fast at building it, and that's the problem with Groot is that they're running a comp that essentially counters you. Groot counters triple tank because he always has his ult, so he just comes back to point, he shoots it at you, and they've been doing the same combo every time. It's just
Yep.
Groot ult, Bucky ult, and then this guy also counters triple tank, more or less. He's very good against triple tank. I wouldn't say he's a counter, but Groot is a complete counter.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking was we need to hold height so we can't give them pre-ult. Uh,
I think right here the goal
yeah.
should have been the same as last time. You should have just been holding here with a triple tank
Yeah.
lineup. The
Okay.
problem with holding height is yes, it is safe, but it just allows them to walk in, which again we know what their
Hmm.
plan is. It's just to walk in with Groot, use it on whatever's available, and just
Yeah.
direct kill you guys. Like it doesn't have to be the back line anymore because you guys are running triple tank, and Groot shreds uh whatever's in his ultimate, regardless of HP pool, because of the walls.
Yeah.
He can actually solo kill all of you guys. Actually doesn't need the Bucky to do that. So you guys holding him here, building resources for your supports, especially this guy, and then again making them uncomfortable. This guy can't just walk up and use it for free. So now they have the point. I already know you lost just off them having the point
Hmm.
because
Yep.
that
People are available. He can get his ult off. The soul blind
exactly.
ends up being clutch.
Yep. So see what I mean? In the
Yep.
so see we our Invis just died at 87. She went from 58 to 87 in quite literally like 10 seconds. So if you were holding here as a triple tank lineup, you make them uncomfortable. They can't just walk and use this for free. You build your invisible wall. You brawl while doing so. You build this ult. Now it's winnable. That was the win con here. It's just they don't get to point, or at least it's not as easy to get to point because all this guy has to do is like take 5 steps. He got knocked up like twice, but that's it. That was the win con. Is realizing that we should have just held forward, and
Yeah.
then this was the win con right here.
Hmm.
Now it would have been a hard fight, but you would have been able to probably build this. You would have had this for sure. You would have had this for sure. Now they have this. They will probably have this. They have this. So like it's still 50-50 with the ults that I'm seeing
Yeah.
here. It's at least winnable. Whereas if they walk on point and do what they just did, no, it's not winnable. We just lose for free.
Gotcha. The big thing was just needing to survive and hold a strong position until we had Invis to counter the Groot ult. But
Yep.
no counter to Groot ult, we lose. Oh, that's just so unfortunate. We lost that game like due to 4 different Groot ults or something crazy like that. There were some things that you pointed out a lot about just like taking the right positions. I mean, like there's that one time I just like went the wrong way rather than like challenging where they were. We got the first point at the end. Hello?
I think I'm. I think I might know. Sorry, I was just thinking. I think I might know who that is.
Gotcha.
But no, yeah. Again, just a lot of things that could have swung this game in your favor. Unfortunately, you're playing at, like I said, the elo that people might not understand these things that I just talked to you about. So it is actually a very, very good thing for you to speak up, like your
Hmm.
intent. So if you
Yeah,
wanted to hold close, you just tell your tanks, "Hey, we should hold close. We build invis wall. We just brawl. Don't let them get the point because they're just gonna Groot ult and we lose."
right, right.
I'm sure you can condense that into an easier to understand sentence in a moment, but that's what the plan is.
Definitely. Yeah, I could be like telling people where I want to hold and like what else to use before fights. So that would make a huge difference.